we tonight? I hope you're fantastic. I've had a hell of a week this week. Anyway, happy Friday. Welcome to my weekly WIP Chat. How are you? I hope you've had a wonderful week. Welcome back. If you're new, I hope you consider sticking around and subscribing. That would mean the absolute world to me, and it helps my channel out so much. Anyway, so here we are. What a week. Anyway, well, let's start with the canvas first and then we'll go into the details. I've just kitted up Chroma by Margaret Morales. Need a little bit of colour this week. So I'm just going to stick my my border on for washi tape because the glue overhangs a little bit. So I just want to put some washi tape so we don't get cat hair and fluff and make all the border yucky and gross. Excuse me for the crinkle. All right, let's start, shall we? I've had sick kiddos all week. I ended up in hospital once, almost twice. We didn't get quite that far. So a few years ago, my first son, he's nearly 7, had a couple of years ago, he had bronchiolitis, which is inflammation of the lungs, and it, restricts their breathing. You can see it, their stomach goes in, and you can see it in the neck, like their lungs are trying to expand. Anyway, that was scary enough when he had it a few years ago, and I asked them about asthma, and they looked at me and yet, nah, he's too young. And I'm like, all right, no worries. If he gets it again though, we'll consider getting testing and all those fabulous things. Anyway, that's what happened Monday. Didn't go to school Monday, didn't go to school Tuesday, didn't go to school Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, which is today. So we ended up in hospital on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. We ended up on hospital in Wednesday with him. He was struggling. His stats were low. His oxygen was 94, which is not too bad, but his sugar was low and something else was low. They do like the prick test. I can't remember what the other one was called. So they're like, and because it's not the actual hospital, it's emergency care because we don't have a hospital in town. The hospital's like 20 minutes down the road. So you can just walk in. It's like an emergency clinic, pretty much, like the emergency room, like an ER. But there's things that they can't do there. And when they walked in and they were assessing him, they're like, oh, we might have to get you an ambulance. You might have to go to the big hospital. I'm like, no, not again. Anyway, so they started him on Ventolin, the puffer. They gave him a puffer. And then they started him on steroids and they were waiting for half an hour to see what would happen. Anyway, within half an hour, excuse me, hang on. Within half an hour, he was bouncing off the walls. I mean, his oxygen levels were still crap, but he wasn't lethargic anymore. He wasn't, he was moving around. Before, when I brought him in, he wouldn't move. He was just like, ugh, really just completely flat. And it's not really nice to see. It's horrible when you're watching your child struggle for breath. And when there's nothing you can do for him. Anyway, so he bounced back pretty good with the steroids and the and the puffer, which is good. And then they put him on, I think they call it a nebula. It looks like an oxygen mask, but it goes over the face and it puts that stuff in, like what's inside the asthma puffer and stuff like that. And that goes for about 20 minutes. And they're like, no, you know what? You can stay here. He's looking good. We don't have to send you off to the hospital. Anyway, so we were there for about 2.5 hours because, you gotta monitor kids so they don't go backwards. And then half an hour before we were to leave, they checked his bloods again, just a prick test, and they'd come back up because he'd started to have he drank something and he kept it down because he was throwing up too. He kept it down, and why are you so sticky? Oh God, you are a sticky canvas. Oh yeah. Yeah, so, and then his stats were starting to rise. I'm like, thank God for that. And then they're like, has he been diagnosed with asthma? I said, well, they wouldn't because he was too little. And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, well, he coughs for no reason. He'll be just sitting on the couch and he'll start having a coughing fit. And some days, they'll last. It'll last for 2 or 3 days where he just coughs and coughs and coughs, and there's physically nothing wrong with him. He doesn't have a high temperature. There's nothing there. Oh, hang on. It's creasing. I don't like it when it creases. Messes up my sections. Anyway, so happy with that. Took him home. So now that he's better, I can take him up to the doctor and see what they want to do. See if they'll test him. But yeah, he's a happy little Vegemite now. He'll be going back to school on Tuesday because I am just wobbling this all over the joint, aren't I? He'll be back to school on Tuesday because Monday is a public holiday here. It's the King's birthday for us here in Australia, so that's our public holiday. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Yeah, so that happened. And then my youngest one, who just turned 4, bloody ended up with the same thing on Thursday. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What are the chances that it hits 2 children at the same time? Mind you, this kid, my 4-year-old, has hardly ever been sick. He's just like got the immune system of a bloody, just very good immune system. And I'll tell you why his immune system is good. Anyway, so I rang because we were picking up my daughter from school, from primary school. The others catch the bus home because they're in high school, in college. And I said, I rang them. I was picking him up, and when he was asleep in the car seat, he'd fallen asleep. You could just see it. Like, if anyone's had a kid who's had it, you'll know what I mean. You can just see how hard they are trying to breathe, and he was asleep. So that was freaky because that's the first time he's ever really had something, bad. Anyway, so I rang them and I said, look, my other son has now got it. And they had already given me some steroids for my other son. So they said, just do the puffer like you did with the other son and give him half of the dose of the steroid. I said, you sure you don't want me to bring him in? No, don't bring him in. It's too cold outside. Don't want to make him worse. So I did that. I gave him that, and he was up all night because that's what steroids do. My other son had it, and he slept through the night. 4-year-old did not. He was up 3 times. And then he woke up at 3:30 and decided that was it. He was awake. And he was awake all day Friday until about lunchtime. No, Thursday. Oh, I can't even remember. My days are blurring together. It was Thursday, so he must have been sick on Wednesday. Yes, so Wednesday. I did say Wednesday, didn't I? And then on Thursday, I went up to my mum's about 12:30. I had to get something, and we came home, and hang on, I got someone slinking around. I can hear you, whoever it is. Who is it? Who is slinking? No, they're gone. Anyway, so coffee. I'm a bit parched today. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh my God, the light just turned off. Don't turn off on me. stay, please. Anyway, might be going flat. I might have to turn my ring light on if it does it again. Anyway, yes, so Thursday. So I got back from my mum's at about 12:30, and I was so tired. My eye, like I've been up all week, but you know, the first one and the second one gets sick, and I'm just like my eyes like sandpaper. And I said to my 4-year-old Caden, I said, "Come on, we go hop into mummy's bed and have a sleep." He'd been up since 3:30. So we hop into bed, he falls asleep, and then I had to wake up because I had to do a school run. And he's like, no, stay here. And I'm like, no, you can't stay here by yourself. So I put him in the car, and I had to go out to one of my daughter's girlfriend's house because they're going away with my dad, her grandfather, for the weekend. They're gone camping, my oldest one. And we went out there, and he slept all the way out there, and it takes about 20 minutes to get out there. So he slept all that time at home, slept all that time in the car, and he still went to bed at 7 o'clock and slept all the way through until 5. He usually gets up at 5 anyway. He's a morning kid, that one. Aren't they all? Anyway, so yeah, so that was my week, and it's not finished yet. Even though I get a sleeping in the morning, that's nice. We've got my daughter's comps this weekend. So I get Saturday sleeping, and then Sunday we've got to be up early and out of the house by 9 o'clock. I always do hair and makeup. They've been dancing since they were 6, so I've got a pretty good handle on ballet buns and makeup and all that sort of stuff, which is nice. So she's just got her solo though, so it's just one. She's doing a lyrical solo. She hasn't quite finished her jazz one yet. Yeah, so she's just got that one. It's at like 10 something, 10:45, I think. I think it's around about 10:45, which is nice because it's in town. I don't have to go far for this one. But the next day is, where is that perforated? I cannot find it. There it is. But the next day, Monday, which is our public holiday, we've got to be an hour and a half away. And her dance is at 10:45 or 47, but it could be running fast, it could be running slow, you just don't know. So you have to be there an hour beforehand. You know, they've got to do their warm up and stuff. So we literally have to get up and get ready, be in the car by 9 o'clock. No, actually 8:30. Could be there, yeah, 8:30. Yeah, we've got to leave at 8:30. I think so. Yeah, it's 8:30. We've got to leave at 8:30, definitely. Otherwise, there shouldn't be too much traffic on the road because it is the King's holiday and everyone's gone away. I saw the caravans as I was going to pick up my daughter from dance in Warragul, which is another 20-minute drive out there. So I'm constantly in the car. The car is like my second home. Fun. All right, now that's done, I can start on my section. I can't wait to do this one. Oh, I need a new pen. I've used that one too much. Maybe this one. What do you reckon? This one for Chroma. Can you see her? Maybe, maybe not. Not very bright, this light, is it? Got that one. Ooh, me over here. How's that? Is that brighter? That one's just. How's that one? That one's better. What do you reckon? She's pretty. I reckon it goes. Let's change these places out. I don't mind these. I really don't mind these. I do keep them, but I got this one, the DAC ones, in. If I take that washi tape off, no, it looks like I'm going to have to put more on there because it's not enough. It's not thick enough. Every turner does them different. Sometimes they're too tight, sometimes they're just right, and sometimes they don't fit at all. And you need about 100 layers of washi tape. suppose I could use a glue gun, but then I'd have to break it all the time, take them out. Should just buy more, shouldn't I? But you know. Hey, all right, let's get you in. And I just go like that. See, now it's too much. Maybe not. Let's give her a push. So she's not all the way in. It's almost too much. Let's get a little bit off. All right, let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yep, she's not going anywhere. And my placer. Is my 8 placer, or maybe a bit more on that one. Where's that piece I threw out? More washi tape on there. This is a nice little trick, so you don't have to glue them in there constantly. I mean, it's not pretty, but it job. See, she's good. She's ready to go. Do I need any more? Let's load her up. What do I usually use? I probably just made you. Where's my wax on? Seriously? Oh, there it is. Duh. I'm losing everything. Put some more wax in this one. Just jiggle it around. There's already wax in there, so she's in there. She's reloaded a little bit. Sometimes I take it out, sometimes I don't. It just depends. Yeah, so how's your week been? Let me know what's been going on. And don't forget, I haven't had any comments yet. Come on, I thought people in the diamond art world were friendly. Come on, give me some questions I can answer in my WIP chats, because I'm going to run out of things to say, guys. Seriously. Ask me something. Okay, I'm going to ask you something. Do you like the perforated edges or not? I do. Sometimes I do big sections, sometimes I don't. I still like to use my washi tape because then I can see where it ends, which is nice. All right, what color do we start with? Oh, this has got 70 colors. 70, which is not too bad considering some of the ones that they're coming out with at the moment. Yeah, so what did you all get for the anniversary sale? I got 6. I had to do 3 checkout because they were loading so slow, and then I did another 3 and checked out, and I did a sneaky little naughty thing and used Afterpay. Because you know, converting everything to Australian dollars is expensive. Yeah, all right, let's start with E, this one, the little E. Where are you? You're still not very bright, are we? How's that? Is that a bit better? All right, yeah. Not much to say this week. It's been pretty, you know, pretty low on action considering the kids have been sick. Not much to tell. I don't know. Just like life is not really that exciting as a single mum. I suppose all the chaos, yeah, unless you want to hear about what the kids have been doing and how they've been fighting and they don't listen and all the screaming and carrying on. As I said, yeah, my daughter's away with her grandfather for her birthday weekend. She turns 15 on Wednesday. Yeah, she'll be 15. She's excited. You know what she's excited about? Getting a job. I mean, she's crazy, right? I suppose we were all excited at that age, weren't we? Getting a job at 16, 15. Yeah. I don't know I don't know. Was I excited about getting a job? I think I was more scared than anything. Yeah, so she's gone camping and her granddad let her bring a friend. So her and her friend has gone camping. So it's just me and the other 4 this weekend. My mum will be up on Sunday to look after the others because I am not taking them to the comps. Because all I hear is, are we going yet? Is it finished yet? I'm bored. I'm hungry. Or I'm thirsty. Not the 100 times I've asked them to eat or drink before we leave the house. But they don't. They always got to ask when we get somewhere. It's like, really? Seriously? You know what? Starve. Dehydrate. Because you didn't listen. Nah. I'm pretty old school when it comes to raising my kids. For me personally, I think nowadays kids get away with too much. Way, 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 way too much. My kids are respectable, and I'm very proud of that. When they're at home, they're not. But when they're out and about and they've got to show respect for their elders and, like it should be. None of this it's just respect. I just don't get it. It's just like where did we go wrong? Everything's too politically correct nowadays. Can't say anything. Yeah, so not much. I haven't got much to say apart from my crazy non-sleeping week. No, but I'm better today. I had a really good sleep last night, and then I woke up with a sore neck. I'm like, you got to be kidding me! It's just one thing after another this week. Seriously. Oh, anyway, so I got those really two big long panels from the diamond anniversary drop, the one with the four witches hat, that art, the stained glass looking one with the four different coloured witches hat. Reminded me of me and my three girls. That'd be nice. And I got the other long one. Is it a bookshelf? A long bookshelf. I got that one because I really liked that one as well. And I got Mrs. Butter D, the burger one. The other ones were gone before I could even get there. And then I got is it Rita Kanye, the ballerina is it? I could be wrong. I could be wrong with the names. I'm not very good with names. The ballerina in the snow. If I'm wrong, please correct me. I got her because my daughter dances and she just thought that was she's like, that's going in my room. And I said, yes, I know. And I did want the books, the line of books, because my oldest daughter loves to read. That would have been perfect for her room, but that sold out pretty quick too. I missed out on that one as well. And I missed out on the Margaret Morales ones. They were gone. Like, I had no chance. So I wish listed them and did my notification. So hopefully they'll be back soon. Well, they did say within 90 days, but I'm going to probably miss them again because restock seems to be at the moment while I'm in bed, and I keep missing them while I'm sleeping, because you can never tell when a restock is going to happen. It's just, like restock, and then I go to check and they're all gone. But that's just how it is. Saves my bank account. Yeah. Well, the cat problem hasn't fixed itself. He peed again in my son's bed today on his little sleeping bag. The little baby sleeping bags, because he sleeps like a fish. He's everywhere in his bed still, so he needs to be in a sleeping bag. Otherwise, he'd be freezing all night long because he'd kick his blankets off. Yeah, in his bed. He went into his bed and peed on it. And he's done that twice now, not in his bed, but in his sleeping bag. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. What the hell is going on with this cat? It's been like nearly 3 months since he had his bowls cut off. I mean, seriously. I don't know what else to do. Keep his kitty litter clean. I mean, I don't know. No, I don't know. I really don't know. But my son, my 3-year-old, does terrorize him. He seems to tolerate it really well. I don't know if it's like a revenge thing. It's like, I'm going to teach you. I don't know, a cat's evil like that. He's my first kitty cat, so yeah. That's another thing I had to deal with before I put him to bed. Before I put him to bed tonight, I'm like, no, Jesus Christ. I got one sleeping bag drying on the line because it's pouring rain, and it has been for the last few days. And I'm like, and that one, his one's just got wet. I'm like, oh, I hope I've got another one. Yeah, I've got three. So hopefully this one's all right until the other one's dry. Yeah, I sound a bit flat tonight. I was thinking about not doing it, and I'm like, oh, just get it over and done with, because you're not going to have time to do it tomorrow night. Because tomorrow night, I want to get a stash video up. I've been trying for weeks, but every time I go to do one, something else happens. Someone gets sick, and I really want to do a stash video so you guys can see what I've got. You can have a look-see. I don't have as many as I used to because I had to get rid of half of them, because when I moved here from Western Australia after their dad left us, we were just bringing a trailer back, and I couldn't fit them all on. Otherwise, I'd have to leave the kids' clothes and my clothes and everything else here, so I wouldn't be able to fit it all in because it was quite big. But I got rid of them all. I got a nice price from this lady who travels around Australia because they're retired. She does them in her caravan, and she just came and bought $500 worth. So I'm like, thank you. Thank you for taking these off my hand, and they're going to a good home. And I just kept the ones that I really wanted, the ones that you can't get anymore, because I'm nostalgic like that. You can't get them anymore. So I kept those ones. I will do them. I've actually made good progress this year. Usually I don't do as many as I have already, but I have. I've done 16 so far this year. Some of them have been smaller, but that's okay. Usually I only do one a month. I was only doing 12 because I was only doing one at a time, but now I am a multi-whipper. I think I'm going from one subject to another tonight. Yeah, my head's just not all there this week. Sorry guys if I'm all over the place. I'm not making much sense. Yeah, anything else? Have I got anything else to tell you? What else? Anything spicy? Are they all nice and straight? Do they look straight to you guys? Let me have a look. Yeah, they're alright. This is a newer canvas, so they should be alright. Once I put the other ones down, they look pretty straight to me. Can you see those? Nice, pretty colour that. Yeah, so I don't really have much else to tell you guys. But yeah, if I was going to leave this until tomorrow, and then I would have had to film the WIP Chat and the stash video. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen because the stash video is going to take me a little bit. And I don't want to go to bed at midnight because I like my sleep. Yeah, so that's going to happen. And one of my orders was supposed to be here today, and I'm disappointed because now I have to wait until Tuesday. No, too many. See, too many. Yeah, so now I have to wait until Tuesday. I'm getting my first order of middies, as people call them, middies from the Diamond Art Co. I got the boba tea set. The bobas, they're really cute. I got that little set, so hopefully that will be here Tuesday or Wednesday. It's sitting in Melbourne. It's been there for 2 days, and I'm an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes away. And I'm going to just drive up there and grab it myself. But no. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully that will be here and I'll be able to do an unboxing from them. I can't wait. They're so cute. I've seen someone do a few a couple of them, and they're just so cute. The whole background is ABs, so the white background on the, which is really nice. I can't wait. Yeah, and my Diamond Art Club one, I got 2 coming. They should be here because they were the ones that were held up with customs. So they should be here soon. Nothing else. I'm just really rambling. I'm just talking about crap now. Yeah, so like I said, ask some questions. You want to see something, you want to know something. Be nosy. You know, be all the kinds of nosy you like. Yeah, so yeah, their dad walked out on us nearly 2 years now. I was at work on a Sunday. You're going to love this. You're going to love it. Sunday I was at work. 5 kids, mind you, and I'm still working. And I had C-sections. I've had 4 C-sections. And I went back to work 4 months later after having a 4th C-section. And he texted me at work and said, "Oh, I've got some things to discuss with you after work." I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, "Well, don't do that to me. Now I'm going to wonder all bloody day what it is." And I said, "Just tell me." I said, "Beat around the bush." He goes, "Oh, I don't know if this is working, blah, blah, blah." And I get home and we start arguing about it. And then he gets in the car and takes off, takes the caravan and takes off. And I'm like, "I'm not stopping you this time," because he's done it to me too many times. Threaten he's going to leave, and then, I cry and don't go, don't go. And this time I'm like, "Nah, I'll help you pack because I've had enough. Had enough of the mind games." So I let him go. And it's been the best thing ever for my mental state anyway. Been the best thing even for the kids. But that one, which is sad. Like, I'm not going to stop him from seeing the kids. I would never do that. Never ever. But it's been the best thing for the kids too. I've noticed a huge difference. Anyway, that is me for the night. Like I said, please put something down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and love to get to know you guys a little bit better. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. You know what I'm going to say is when I turn the camera off, I'm going to think of something else and then I'm going to go, that's what I was going to say, because I do not write notes. I should write notes, but I don't write notes. Anyway, so I'm going to finish this section. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. It's 20 to 10. Maybe should I stay up and finish it? I'll see how much I can get until 10 o'clock, 20 minutes, and then I'm going to bed. All right, guys, I will see you next week. I'll have a few unboxings coming up this week, which is really nice, and a couple of new to me shops. Hopefully they will arrive soon. If you want to see something or you want to know how I store stuff or anything like that, I have been diamond painting since 2020. So I have been doing it for a while. But yeah, yeah. Anyway, so I will love you and leave you, and I will see you next week. Bye.